guys, it's JD from Ponzo World, and today we're unboxing and reviewing this camera doorbell made by Nooie. Now this is a $150 camera doorbell that you guys can find on their website. Links will be down below this video if you want to go pick this product up. Now Nooie is, in my opinion, a pretty good brand. I've used a couple of Nooie products in the past, a little while ago, probably half a year ago or so. And I believe I reviewed the smart outlets and also I believe a smart light for them. And I seem to remember, from what I could remember, they were pretty good, in my opinion. I didn't have really any problems with them and they seem to have been worth the money. So hopefully, I think the same for the smart camera doorbell here. Hopefully, I think it's a good product. So on the front of the box here, you can see Nooie Cam Doorbell, wireless video doorbell plus with the base station and the chime. Okay. On the side here, you can see what's included in the box. Right there, a bunch of different things. And on this side, warranty, 12-month limited warranty. So that's actually really nice. And then on the back here, you can see some of the features. IP65 waterproof. Okay, that's cool. There it is. Pretty nice. Let's go ahead and take off the heat shrink here. Get a knife in there and cut it. There we go. I always like it when manufacturers do this. You know, it really adds that extra little bit of touch when you're opening up a product. Just makes it feel more premium, you know. There we go. Go ahead and open it up here. And there it is. Looks pretty neatly packed. It's kind of wobbling around in there, but other than that, seems good. Looks like we have the user manual right there. I'll take a look over this in a minute. And mounting foam. Okay, that's pretty cool. So like a little seal here by the looks of it. All right, so there's that. It's like a little reference sticker. And then here we have it. So it looks like we have some stickers here. Okay, that's kind of nice. We also have a little card here along with the base station with the chime. This looks very nice. I'm really digging this design. Looks very cool. There's the port for the network cable. And then we also have the mount right here. You know, plastic, of course. This kind of feels cheap, but not a big deal. It's never going to be, you know, shown. It's going to be behind the actual camera. Looks like we have something else in here. Probably accessories, maybe? Oh, no, that's over there. Okay, here it is. Another part to the base mounting part. And then here is the camera itself. Also feels kind of lightweight. Go and peel this off. Yes, there we go. Looks pretty good though. Again, I'm really liking this design. Looks like the battery goes back here, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so this thing is completely wireless from what I could tell, other than I would assume the network cable. So it looks like it's powered off of a battery, so you're gonna have to recharge that. So that is something to keep in mind. Yeah, there it is right there. Cool. Battery has some weight to it. Then we also have the USB-C charging cable, network cable, and it looks like in here, let's go and see what we have in here. Maybe some sticky pads or something, stick it to the wall. I guess we'll see. Oh no, it's mounting hardware. There it all is. Okay, I'll put that in there. I'll use that in a little bit. All right, there it is. Bunch of different things included. So what I'll do now is go ahead and give this battery a charge if it needs it and go ahead and try it out. All right, so now we are going to mount the camera. As you can see here, we have the mounting foam. It's not really actually foam. It's just a sticker. So pretty much you put this where you want it. It in the manual recommends 40 to 44 inches from the ground to, I would assume, the middle of the sticker here. And that's pretty much where we're putting it. You can see right here, just above the handle on the screen door. So pretty much you peel it off, and then right there is where you're going to mark your holes. In this case, I think we're just going to put get a drill bit and just start drilling right there and there. and then peel the sticker off and continue drilling. We're also going to use the anchors included right there, so I'll show that. We're also going to use the flat mount for the wall mount right here. As you can see, they also have one at an angle, but in this case we're going to use the flat wall mount. So there it is. So far it's pretty simple. I went ahead and of course took a look at the directions all the way through, and I've got to say they're actually really good instructions. I was really happy with it. There was no broken English or anything. It was all very clear and seems to be relatively simple to use. So let's go ahead and get it mounted and see how it works. All right, we now have the base mounted here. We used the anchors. We drilled a hole using that template, and the template worked perfectly, lined up great. And then we pushed in some of those anchors and then used the longer screws. It also comes with shorter ones, which I believe is for drywall or wood, but we used the longer ones. In this case, we also put some silicone in there, tried to seal it up to keep some water out of the wall. So there it is. I'll go in and get the camera mounted in just a second. All right, so here we have the smart doorbell. As you can tell, the battery is installed. I'm gonna go in and put it on here. You have to line up the tab. Come on, there we go. And push it on, and boom, just like that, it is locked in place. I'm gonna click the button here. And you can see it actually has a speaker built in. Now it is not yet paired to this part right here. This part, don't worry, it's not staying outside. It is going inside the house. I just have it out here so then I could easily pair it, which is what I'm about to do right now. All right, so first feature I want to go over is the nighttime vision. In my opinion, it looked really darn good, and so did the daytime. I think the nighttime really impressed me more than the daytime. They both look good, don't get me wrong. For the price of this thing, they look good in my opinion. I'll put up the picture of the nighttime. I probably did that just a couple of seconds ago when I go to edit, but there you go. I also want to go over what happens when someone tries to take the doorbell. So on the bottom of here, there is a little hole right there that you have to stick this, it's almost like a SIM ejection tool for like a phone. It has a little Nooie brand logo on there. You have to stick it in there, and you have to take the doorbell off to change out the battery. But if someone saw this and maybe they're robbing your house, they're probably gonna take this thing. So I was wanting to show you guys what happens when you do take the thing. So I'm gonna take it off properly. Obviously, if you were a thief or something, you'd probably just rip it off the wall. But if I move it here, I actually just got a notification saying someone tried to take your doorbell. I'm gonna put it back here. There you go, and it actually stops. It seems to stop whenever it goes back on the base, which I don't know how it knows that, but I guess it does. So there you go. If someone tries to take this doorbell, it's gonna play a pretty annoying alarm at them, so that will hopefully make them, you know, leave the camera here, or just, you know, not rob your house at all. So there you go, pretty cool. I really do like that feature, and also like the nighttime vision, of course. Next thing I'm gonna go over is how to use the app and the different features in there. All right, so we are now in the Nooie app, and on the App Store, on at least the iPhone, it's literally just called Nooie. So we're gonna go ahead and click on this. We have the camera list here. Obviously, I only have one of these doorbells. It's called My Bell by default, and it also shows the Wi-Fi signal and also the battery. I'm gonna go ahead and click on this, tap to go live. Give it just a second here. Now, in my case, the Wi-Fi router is actually 2 stories above us. It's on the top floor, and the camera is on the very bottom floor. So it's relatively far away from the Wi-Fi router. Last time I tried this, it didn't take this long. My phone is also far away from the Wi-Fi router right now, so it's going to take it a minute. Maybe I'll switch over to Wi-Fi signal here, and that should, or a cell signal, that should work better. There we go. Took it just a second there. And you can see here, if I wave my hand in front of the doorbell, you can see It's kind of slow. I assume if you put it closer to the Wi-Fi router, it would be a lot better. But in this case, this is really the only place we could put it, just for this video and stuff. Anyways, you can see here within the app, we have a option here to change between 2K and also HD. We could also full screen it if we want. We have an option to record the video on the bottom here where all those icons are. We could record video, we could take a photo. We also can turn on the alarm, which I'll turn that on here. And as you can see, that works. You actually just see me waving my phone in front of the camera there. We also have an option here to turn on the microphone. And what this does is it uses the microphone on your phone or whatever you're using, and it will play whatever you're saying into the phone over the speaker on the actual doorbell, which is pretty cool. I tried that out yesterday. I didn't get on film, but it seemed to have worked. We also here have a option to turn on the pretty much the microphone on the doorbell and have it play play whatever the doorbell's picking up onto your phone speaker. Also tried that. It might have worked. I'm not 100% sure. I turned it on and didn't really hear anything. I would assume it worked if there was actually commotion going on down here. You could also click here and view playback. I'm not going to do that though because it shows some personal stuff. I was walking in front of it and stuff, just trying it out. But that seems to work. It can record, obviously videos and stuff, and I'll store it there. And also, I believe if it sees yeah, in fact, it does. I believe if it sees a human walk in front of it or something, it will actually automatically save that video. Maybe if someone's trying to, rob your house and they walk up to you or walk up to the door, it will actually record that, which is pretty dang cool. Also in here, we have settings. We have a couple of things here, general, audio, and video. You can see we have a couple of settings here. Night vision, off, and auto, which obviously I have it on auto. And again, that seems to work pretty well. By this time, I would have already put up the picture, the nighttime picture. I also have storage here. In this case, I have about a 32 gigabyte SD card in there. So it's showing 29 for whatever reason. We also sign up for the cloud, which is pretty cool. And we have a couple of other things in here. Anyways, there it is. So far, I'm pretty happy with this doorbell. Seems to, again, have a good amount of features. I'm going to go ahead and click this photo icon. And yeah, why is it saying fail to save? I was trying this out earlier and it was working fine. And now that I'm recording the video, I've actually recorded this shot 2 times. And it keeps saying fail to save, which I'm not sure why. Okay, there you go. It's recording a video, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video. Video saved to photos. Okay, so I'm not sure why it won't save any photos. After this, I'll go into my camera roll and actually see if it actually saved them or it just didn't save them at all. Anyways, there we go. Pretty cool. All right, so I just recorded the video and also took those photos, and I looked back at my camera roll and they saved the photos in the video to my camera roll. So I'm not sure why it said fail to save within the app, but it seemed to have worked. I wasn't having this issue yesterday. I'll take a look at the user manual, see if there's something in there about how to fix that, but kind of odd, but hey, at least it is still working. All right, so there it was, a review on the Nooie smart doorbell camera, whatever you want to call it. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this thing for the price. Video and photo resolution, both during the daytime and the nighttime, was pretty good in my opinion, especially considering the price of this thing. Now, also, whenever you're mounting this thing, you want to consider where it is going. Number one, it says in the user manual to try not to have it in direct sunlight because obviously the camera doesn't like that and it would not have a good photo. This thing here is mostly not having any sunlight, but we're trying to keep it out of the rain also. Obviously our roof has that extra bit there hanging over to try to keep water out from hitting the side of the house, and hopefully it doesn't get wet very often. I know sometimes with wind and stuff, this side of the house does get wet, so I'll be interested to see how long the thing lasts. Apparently it is IP65 water resistant, but still, if you can keep it out of the rain, try to do that. It's also one thing that I am kind of concerned about, however, is that in this part where I live, it kind of gets pretty darn cold at night. During the winter, obviously. I believe the coldest we got here was like 10 degrees Fahrenheit the other day. And this thing in the manual says the lowest it could go is pretty much 30 degrees Fahrenheit. So if we get another cold day out here, I might have to bring this thing inside to prevent damage. Also, apparently, according again to the manual, the hottest it could go is about 105 degrees Fahrenheit. So maybe if you live in the desert or something like that, and this thing's especially getting direct sunlight during the summer, it might very well overheat, or it might just damage it. Heck, it might even melt the plastic. I do doubt that, however. Anyways, so one thing that I would be concerned about mainly is the temperature. Obviously, if it gets too cold or too hot, it might damage it. So that is one downfall of this camera, and probably really any outdoor camera. They probably all have a like a lowest and highest temperature that they can withstand, obviously. Also, that error when I tried to take that photo and it said couldn't save or whatever, I looked in the manual and it didn't say anything about that. It's still saving to my camera roll, but it's in the app giving me an error, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Maybe it's not saving it within the app, but it is saving it in my camera roll. Maybe that's why it's saying error. Anyways, I'm not 100% sure, but overall, I would say this outdoor camera is pretty good. Obviously, it has its downfalls, but overall, I would say it is pretty solid for the price. So yeah, I guess that's really it for this video. Hope everybody enjoyed, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.